In this video, I want us to listen to UDA Party Secretary General Cleophas Malala. Malala was at an interview where he badly exposed the cluelessness in Kenya Kwanza government. Listen keenly to this before we continue.
In as much as the judiciary is independent, but it is there to serve the people of Kenya. The president, just like any other Kenyan, has the right to express his dissatisfaction on how the judiciary is performing. Remember, the former CJ said that the issue of corruption in the judiciary is a matter that needs to be addressed. The former CJ Maraga, when he was handing over to Koome, also said that this issue of judicial corruption must be addressed. Severally, we've had CJ Koome, Martha Koome, addressing the same issue. The former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, called out the judiciary and complained about certain decisions of the courts. The leader of opposition, Raila Odinga, has been at the forefront castigating the judiciary. So what is wrong with the president who has been mandated by Kenyans through Article 1, through a competitive election, just saying that, come on, he is dissatisfied with certain orders of the court that are inhibiting development? And you've seen orders coming, orders that do not have the interest of the people at heart. One, for example, who is this judge that gives an order that you suspend an health insurance cover, knowing that 4 million students are opening school now without NHIF, just because there's an order? So who will treat these children? Will that order treat the children when they fall sick? Just a moment.
Did the order stop NHIF from operating?
They suspended the implementation of the new scheme. That is one.
NHIF is still in operation.
No. When you go to the hospital, they're not. NHIF is not operational.
Why is it not in operation?
Because there is an order in court suspending the implementation of the new law.
But that does not prohibit NHIF as it was previously operationalized.
I can tell you, at the moment, hospitals are not using the NHIF card.
Why?
Second,
not because of a court order.
Just a moment. Second, who is this judge that gives an order that, come on, stop all development projects when it comes to the housing, the affordable housing program? The hundreds and thousands of youth who are getting employment out of the affordable housing project, who will pay their rent? So let us look at these things objectively. And we as Kenyans, just a moment.
Let's discuss facts as they are.
Eric, just a moment.
There is no court order that says stop constructing houses. Is there?
No, it is a program.
There's a court order that is in response to a challenge to the housing levy. And it is suspending the housing levy, although the court still said you can still continue collecting the levy. But there's another court, a different matter altogether, on discussing the proposed affordable housing bill in public participation. None of them has said stop constructing houses. So when the president goes in a political rally and says, nyinyi mnataka tuache kujenga nyumba mpaka ile siku koti itatuambia tujenge nyumba, is he being truthful?
That's Cleophas Malala, UDA Party Secretary General. Listening to Cleophas Malala, Malala is badly exposing William Ruto's style of playing politics. In this video, I want to put some things straight for Kenyans to know what's happening. If you are watching us but you are not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. The first thing Kenyans should know, William Ruto came to power riding on a platform of lies, propaganda, falsehood, and divisions, pitting communities against one another. That is still the same strategy William Ruto is using in 2024 as the president. In fact, propaganda is a tool William Ruto is using to rule. Anytime you hear William Ruto speaking to Kenyans in most of his public rallies, 99% of what he says are always lies. Anytime you hear William Ruto talking about housing, he pushes a narrative that some individuals don't want others to own houses, which is a very big lie. The likes of Okiya Omtata, who took that issue to court, they are against Kenyans being forced to pay this housing levy. Why must Kenyans be forced to pay for housing? The previous governments were building affordable housing units without Kenyans being forced to pay for the houses. Because after all, each and every person has got a way he or she has planned himself or herself. You can't force anybody to pay for housing levy. So on housing, Ruto has been clearly lying to Kenyans and spreading falsehood and propaganda, pitting the dynasties, or rather pitting the employed Kenyans versus those who are not employed. But if you look at that bill properly, there is a new amendment that has been introduced into the bill that will also force those who are not employed to pay a portion of their earnings in order to be given the houses. So Ruto is just taking Kenyans in circles and in lies. And if you look, for example, at this social health insurance fund, when Ruto is outside, when he's doing his usual campaigns, he's telling Kenyans that the courts have blocked NHIF, have blocked SHIF, that they don't want Kenyans to benefit. Nobody has blocked NHIF. The truth is that the government has not been disbursing funds to that NHIF scheme. All money has been squandered. So hospitals have been rejecting the funds because funds have not been disbursed. So William Ruto is trying to lie to Kenyans that, is the courts that have blocked that health insurance fund. That's also a very big lie. NHIF is not working as it should because the government has not been disbursing money. There are several issues Ruto has been going around the country lying to Kenyans. Anytime he fails to deliver, he will always blame the previous regimes. And that has been the way he plays his politics. It's high time Kenyans to reject politics of conmanship. And now back to Cleophas Malala. You are seeing clearly why this government is failing. Malala is just a representation of those William Ruto has appointed in his government. Most cabinet secretaries are very clueless on issues. William Ruto himself, the president, is very clueless on issues. William Ruto is just good when it comes to lying to Kenyans. But to understand how things are being done, he's completely very clueless. I'm very sure today that if you asked William Ruto, the fuel levies, he might not even know them. And I'm saying that because the same question was asked to him in 2022 during the presidential campaigns. He could not even name the fuel levies. And that's why I strongly believe that going forward, if nothing is done urgently, Kenyans are still going to suffer in the hands of a very clueless Kenya Kwanza government. And Malala has just exposed that cluelessness, the lies, the falsehood Kenya Kwanza is using to rule. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.